In this video, we're going to jump into customizing Inspire Youth Assistant and Children's Assistant and look at some of the options we have available to do that. We're going to be performing our customizations in this area. If you've seen some of the previous videos on the overview of the software, then you should know that this is the list area. Think of these like pages or folders inside of a filing cabinet. And we're going to add a few new fields into this. Particularly, I'm working in the youth ministry zone, and I'd like to track a t-shirt size on my individuals. We'll say, for instance, that I'm about to go on a new trip. We're going to order t-shirts for everyone, and we know how much fun that is trying to get the correct sizes for all the individuals attending. So I'm going to create a new field inside of our page list that'll allow me to track the t-shirt sizes for those individuals. I'll do that by going to Utilities and clicking on Customize Pages. And this is the Customize Pages for the Youth Ministry zone. Now I want you to pay attention to that, because if you have multiple ministry zones in your product, Utilities, when you go to Customize Pages, you are customizing pages for that specific ministry zone. So if you wanted to go to another ministry zone and create just customizations for it, you could, or you can do it from right here, and I'll show you how to do that here shortly when we jump into making this t-shirt size customization. So here at the top we have a couple menu items. We have individuals, households, volunteers, attendance, events, and groups. Basically all these items or buttons are used for is when you click on one, this means you're about to make the customization in this specific area. So if I wanted to track t-shirt sizes in volunteers, I would click on volunteers and then create it inside of this area. But in this instance, I'm going to be creating the custom page for individuals. Now we have a couple different types of ways to customize this. Here at the top, like under demographics, this is a field that has been created ahead of time. And I could insert a new customization into this if I'd like. So I could put t-shirt size in here and have it as a list field that I could choose from, just like occupation, for instance. And I could choose small, medium, large, either one. And here would be the items in my list field. But I would have to go to demographics and then down to t-shirt size to be able to access that. For this instance, I'm not really wanting to do that. I'm wanting to create a brand new page that appears inside of this list and shows t-shirt size. So if I want to do that, I'm actually going to be inserting a page rather than inserting into a page. So let's begin by clicking on Insert Page. Now the first thing it asks me to do is insert a name. So I'm going to put in the name for this. We'll say t-shirt size. And when I click on screen name, it automatically fills that in for me. I can keep that, or I can modify it. Basically all this field does is it shows the text for the screen name. So when you actually go find this field, this will be what you find it by. I can click Next, and this will be the token for t-shirt size. So if I want to print this on a report, export this information out, or do anything with it, I'll be looking for this token. I can click Next again. And this is where I choose what type of field I would like to make this. I have a couple different options. I have a list, a note, a list note, date note, and date list note. For this instance, I really don't need notes on the field, and I'm not going to really need a date for it either. Really all I want from this information or from this field is something that I can say, show me all the people that have a small t-shirt size. And so in doing that, I'm going to create a list field. It's going to make it easier for me to search off of later as well. So I'll click on List, or leave it checked, and then click Next again. And if you have multiple ministry zones in your product, this will be where you can add this field into the other ministry zones as well. Like I was mentioning to you earlier, you can go into that ministry zone and create this field, or you can actually change it here. It's a lot easier to go here and choose which areas you would like this field to appear in as well. For this instance, I'm only going to want it to appear in the youth section, and I'm not really going to want it to appear in the youth volunteer section, though in some cases you might want that to be there if you're tracking t-shirt sizes for them as well. So I've unchecked everything except youth, and we'll click Next again. This field allows you to password protect this page. Since this is not any kind of critical information, I'm not going to password protect it, so I'll leave this unchecked. I'll click next again and simply click finish, and you can see it's created my new field called t-shirt size. Now if I want to move this up and down in the list, I can by clicking on set page order, and I can choose where t-shirt size appears just by using the up and down arrows here. And we'll click on OK. Now the next thing I need to do is insert the list items or list fields that I would like to appear under t-shirt size. So now that I have t-shirt size selected, I'll click on insert over here for the list fields, and we'll just simply put in the different sizes I would like to track. One's going to be small, and I'll tab down and press enter again, and the other will be large, and pressing tab again and pressing enter just makes it a little faster to insert all this information. Medium, and we'll do one other one, and we'll just do X large. So now that I have these fields inserted into the t-shirt size page, I can now click on close, go over to individuals, and again I'm in the youth ministry zone, and you can see here is that new field that I inserted, and it's blank for now because I haven't applied any t-shirt sizes to any one, but I can simply click on the button down here in the far right and just check off which t-shirt size they actually have. So we'll say that Mr. Allison here is a medium, and we'll click check and go down here to Brad, and we'll imagine for instance that maybe Brad needed a XXL. So you can see that I don't have that field inserted into this list of items. So instead of having to go back to customize pages and do it there, I can insert a field on the fly by clicking on this orange block, and I could say that he actually needs a XX large and click OK. I'll simply check that off and choose OK, and do this for a few other people. We'll do another medium, and now that I've inserted or marked which individuals have what sizes on their t-shirts, it gives me the ability to go in and search off that, and I can go to Quick Ministry Profile. If you're not familiar with the searching yet, I recommend going and watching the Ministry Profile video. That will get you up to speed on how all the searching capabilities work inside of our product. But you can see I have a t-shirt size category here, and if I click the tree next to it, I can check off which items I'd like to search on. We'll say I want to see all the people that have a medium t-shirt, and I'll use that profile without saving, and you can see it lists the two individuals that I checked had medium t-shirts. So this gives you one way that you can use the customization inside of Inspire Youth Assistant and Children's Assistant, and hopefully this will give you some creative ideas you can move forward with.